The news with Antoine Edwards.
Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. It was day one of week 2 of the Derek Chauvin trial and the killing of George Floyd. Today, key testimony from Chauvin's former boss, the city of Minneapolis Police Chief Dario Arredondo.
Clearly, when Mr. Floyd was no longer responsive and even motionless, to continue to apply that level of force to a person proned out, handcuffed behind their back, that in no way, shape, or form is anything that is by policy, it is not part of our training, and it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.
The city's chief went on to testify on when he first saw the now viral video.
Close to midnight, a community member had contacted me and said, Chief, almost verbatim, but said, Chief, have you seen the video of your officer choking and killing that man at 38th in Chicago?
An emergency room doctor also testified that he treated Floyd for nearly 30 minutes, attempting to restart his heart.
Mr. Floyd had been in arrest for, by this time, 60 minutes. I determined that the likelihood of any meaningful outcome was far below 1%, and that we would not be able to resuscitate Mr. Floyd, and so I then pronounced him dead.
The defense went on to argue that drugs could impact breathing.
Simply because a person has a history of chronic opiate abuse, does that mean that fentanyl can't kill them?
No.
Day 2 of week 2 of the Derek Chauvin trial and the killing of George Floyd resumes tomorrow morning at 9:15. On now to even more disturbing news, this out of the city of Birmingham after Easter Day celebration erupted in gunfire.
But at approximately 7 p.m., our officers responded to Patton Park while hundreds of people were in the park gathered on this Easter Sunday.
The news has recently learned that more than 5 people have been injured, including a child.
There were several shots fired in which we responded to.
Ariel Yarbo, pictured here, unfortunately died after being shot outside of the city's Patton Park. No other details have been released at this time, but police do believe that there are several suspects at large.
We believe during our preliminary investigation that an incident or altercation amongst a group of males occurred in the park, which stemmed to several shots being fired. At this time, we don't have any suspects in custody.
Radio personality Ricky Smalley is now offering $5,000 for information leading to an arrest.
Everybody was out there at the park on Facebook Live. You know who did it. You got the videos. Turn it in to the police department. Because if it was your family member, you would want somebody to help solve the murder.
Prayers up for the American Idol and our sweetheart, Fantasia. She's been hospitalized due to pregnancy complications. She took to her Instagram story to share the news.
We've been in the hospital all day. We have to stay in the hospital for a while. My baby girl think she's missing something out here. She got to stay in there a little longer.
That's family, so you know our thoughts and prayers are definitely with the Taylors at this hour. It just seems as though that baby Keziah is just ready to get out here and be great like her parents. But like Mommy said, she's got a little bit more baking to do, and they are all under good care. So that is the good news.
With God, whatever it is, it's going to be all right.
Speaking of prayers, we are still sending them up for Earl Simmons, better known as DMX. It was reported over the weekend that he was rushed to the hospital and had to be resuscitated more than 3 times following an alleged overdose. Those are all the details that we have right now. And according to TMZ, his family began to fly in over the weekend to say their reported goodbyes. We hope this is not the case, as we have all been praying since we heard this devastating news. This is a tough one in the name of hip-hop. Be sure to stay connected right here for the latest on this developing story. I am Antoine Edwards. Now, you know the news.
Oh, wow.